morning, welcome back to a new video, and this is a video dedicated to the tractors. A lot of comments been about what happened to the tractors, where have they gone to, or what's wrong with them, or why do you have two broken tractors now. And yeah, we haven't really updated you because nothing has really happened much, but we're gonna show you the clips of how it got here in the first place. That was quite interesting, so let's show the clips.
Done. I did not apply for that roller coaster, but we got it here, so whenever we have time, David's gonna work on it, or maybe me, because as he says, it's my tractor, so we'll see who's gonna do the work. But for now, it's here.
So now that you saw how it got here, and now that it is here, get ready, because I'm gonna talk a lot about tractors. But it is quite important, and yeah, this bad boy, or girl, this tractor has a huge problem. So this engine is pretty much toast. The engine's crankshaft is wiggled out of its place. This crankshaft does not have a bearing, so it doesn't sit in bearings, and those can get broken. So the problem with the engine is that the crankshaft that goes through the whole engine, that moves the pistons up and down, controls everything, it is worn out. So this crankshaft goes into the block and it sits just purely on the block, the metal, and if it's worn out, it just goes like this, up and down, and it is a huge difference. I'm going to show you later how much it moves. But yeah, that's the problem. That's why we could never adjust the valves. That's why it was not starting good. This problem's been there for a while. It just got really bad because we used it quite a lot and maybe abused it with a bit of a force. But in theory, for this tractor, that would be no problem. Not a single bit of, worry to bring that around or to run for long periods of time. These tractors are made to do that. That is their job. So yeah, this engine's just been on its way out, and yeah, time has ended. All the parts on it are good except, the block, and maybe also the pistons, everything. It is, whenever it starts wiggling like this, it can break a lot of things and worn them out in ways that they shouldn't be. So yeah, let me show you how exactly it moves and how bad it is. As you saw the movement, maybe you don't understand what it means. It's not supposed to move at all. It's supposed to be fully stiff. That is a part that is not supposed to move a single bit. It's supposed to be tight. And yeah, that is pretty much unfixable. There is ways to fix it by putting a ring in that you can make. But in this case, the best for us would be a new engine. Pretty much everyone we have talked to just said put a new engine in it. The tractor itself is good. The parts are good. Just needs a new engine. In the 90s, you were able to get these engines pretty much brand new for really cheap. And they were in everything. But now these engines are a bit more harder to find, and yeah, we luckily tracked one down, and we got lucky. Because it's not an engine from a tractor, it's the same engine, but it's from a welder. So it only has few hours on it, few 100 hours maybe, not thousands. So yeah, and it has never seen the pressure of a tractor when you run it through a field plowing, you know, because these things, when they came out, they were used heavily like main tractors, but now they're more like a helping tractor for small farms. Before they were for bigger farms. So when these engines came out, when these tractors came out, these engines got a lot of force on them. So a welder's engine is perfectly fine because all it got is constant use, you know, just to power the welder. Yeah, so let's see what we got. So here it is. It does not look like much, and it doesn't definitely not look like new or less used. It actually looks way worse than our engine, but just because it's not cleaned up does not mean it's good. The thing about it, it is fresh. Everything is very tight. All the things that need to be, like, I've checked through it, and everything is really fresh. It has been little amount of use. All of the wear on it is just from it sitting. And you know, even as a welder, probably was sitting for many more time than it was being used, a lot more time than it was being used. So it of course got the wear of any other machine just by sitting. And then this engine itself was just left in a barn just to sit for many years. I think this one here has been sitting for a while, but it does turn over. It has a completely different clutch, which is kind of with like rubbers, so it is not the same as a tractor. So that is kind of the proof of that it hasn't been in a tractor, but also the proof it has not gone through the abuse that a tractor goes through. And I can tell that because I have two of them. One of them a lot more abused and one a lot less, so I know how a engine that is used feels. So yeah, this thing, as you see, has nothing. It need to put everything from that tractor on this one. We still need to buy paint. We want to wash it, clean it up, and get it nice level, the same as that one, because it's going in a nice tractor. We want a nice engine in there. This bad boy costed us around 1,000. That is including with shipping and everything. We got it, you know, we brought it ourselves, but all of it come out to 1,000. It was 700 the engine, and everything else I had it up as well. It was pretty far trip. And yeah, these engines, really rare to find, very hard. It was pretty much, I called the guy, said if he has engines. It was just listed as parts for these tractors. He said, yeah, he has an engine from welder. It was all in Russian. I could not understand what he's saying, more or less, but I understood he said an engine from a welder. I told him a bit less price, even on the spot, and it was no chance because there was people just lining up for it. I called literally like 10 minutes after he posted the parts, and it was already a person ready to come from even further away. And if I didn't take it at that moment, another person will. And these engines are like that. If you have a tractor like this and your engine breaks, there's not much you can do except look for a used one. And from another tractor, it's going to be already used up and it's maybe going to last you a bit. This one has a chance of lasting many years. And if it is in fresh condition and if nothing goes wrong, this engine should last enough for a lifetime, as much as that tractor is being used. And if we keep it and maintain it good. We will have to plan it out. This is a huge project. It's extremely heavy. It is not liftable by hands at all. It's an engine, and we have to find a way to get it into that engine, into that tractor. It's not like you can from the floor put it into the car or in any easy way. You need a engine lift or you need some sort of lift. So we're gonna see how we're gonna do that because that's a complicated one. But for this video, I wanted to see if we can start the green tractor because I did try the clutch out that I thought was broken. And I can switch gears and the clutch disengages. It's just really far down. So I'm not sure what exactly is broken. I think it's like a bearing that I didn't change because I was kind of rushing it. And I should have changed it once it was open. I didn't change it, so that probably broke. But let's see if we can start that engine and get it to run at least. And then we can maybe work on that as well after. But yeah, this is kind of a priority because we do need to do hay rolls in like a month. So yeah. Really big priority just to get this done. That's why we need to clean up the barn and get it all ready. So yeah, let's get started with the green tractor. Too much talking. Let's do some repairs. Ready? This one's spraying perfectly fine. Let's try out the next ones. We have to go through all of them to see if they're all spraying, because we have a leaking, one or two even, because the engine's not starting and we are adding up on oil level, so it means diesel's getting in, which is caused by a leaking injector. So in this case, this one's spraying good. Must be one of these or the last one. Hopefully we find it earlier than late, but I think it's two, because with one leaking it should still start. Must be two leaking. It was really rusted and they are brand new, so I have no idea how did moisture get in there. I guess because in the cold weather we tried it, it was getting so hot in there that it got moisture in there, condensation. So yeah, we probably not the best to just keep trying it non-stop in cold weather and not starting it. But in this case it's gonna be fine. Let's put it back inside and hopefully we find this problem in the injectors. If the injectors are all spraying good, it should start. So, and it has compression, so shouldn't be any other problems. So we just need to do that 4 times. Solve it? I don't remember what we did. This tractor's gonna run better. Bitty. You should have sprayed when it started. Are you ready for it to start? Something ain't right. The engine wants to start, but there's something wrong with the valves. The pressure is too much, so it means like, it seems like it's too much compression and it cannot escape. So what we're gonna try to do is just adjust the valves. I am not sure if I've adjusted them incorrectly. I don't think so, but I've done it many times. So we're just gonna try to do it again and see if we can adjust them correctly this time. So yeah, let's try. That's why it was working before I did the decompression. That's why we could start it without having the decompression. And then I adjusted the valves correctly with the decompression, and all of a sudden it didn't want to work. You know?
No.
Now you know. I'm lost. Definitely does work, the gear, but the clutch don't work. Alright, as soon as possible.
Can I ask you why you make your hands extra dirty? And
That is not dirty, that is a brand new exhaust. It's starting to rust already because it's not getting used. Anyways, this tractor does not want to work. It doesn't seem like it wants to give us hope. It did start a few times, but it stopped straight away.
It is giving us hope.
It's giving us hope, but it's not giving enough. And I did try to put it in gear and press the start to start the spinning the engine in neutral, kind of in the decompression, and it does move forward, which is an indication the gearbox is okay, but the clutch is not good because I had the clutch pressed down and it should not be moving the engine, but that's okay. We're gonna split it in half if the engine works. If the engine doesn't work, it doesn't give me the, you know, the, oh, let's fix it so I can drive it around. There seems to be a too much compression issue, so it reaches the level where it cannot move the engine. The battery is fully charged. The starter we swapped from the blue tractor, which was spinning fine. I could probably put it back and start that tractor, even though it's broken, it will start better. So yeah, we're gonna take that tractor apart in one of the upcoming tractor videos, and it's gonna come the parts to here. So we're gonna put the heads and maybe the cylinders, maybe even the pistons, everything to here. I don't know how good the quality is on the blue one, but they're working, and this one has a good base and a good pump, and everything else is fixed. It has a brand new hydraulic pump. Everything is changed on this. So we're gonna take the things that work on the blue one and put it on this one, and then the blue one gets a fully new engine. And yeah, hopefully that's gonna solve the problems that this is having, but we will see that whenever we try to do it. But the blue one needs to be taken apart anyways, so it's good advantage for us to put it all in here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna see you in the next one. Yeah, it didn't start, but yeah, that was our updates on tractors, and we're gonna get them going this month. I think in a week they're gonna be both driving and we're gonna be running around, right, Desi?
I hope.
That would be crazy if we had two tractors. We could be driving through mud, both of us, or...
Hey, there's no mud. No mud.
No, I mean like in a muddy swamp or something, so we can try these things out for real and get stuck, and
okay.
You pull me and I pull you, and then the lawnmower pulls lawnmower and the car pulls cars.
Okay, there has been 2 videos in a row where we just talk, so we promise
Sorry
you
about that, but
next video.
Yeah, this is a talking video because this guy doesn't want to talk for us and doesn't want to show us how beautiful it is and wants to work. And we're gonna scrap it if it doesn't work. Or no, sorry, Despina said it's gonna become a flower pot.
Yeah, because we have put too much work, too much effort,
yeah,
too much...
it's not going to scrap just because there's too much work in it, and it has to work. It has to work. I'm gonna put electric engine in here. It's gonna be electric tractor. I'm gonna fill this up with batteries and put electric motors, and it's gonna be a new tractor. But I'm not giving up on it. It is so much work in it, and it has to work. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna see you next one. Bye bye.
Let's see, I think the moon is rising.